Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome. And if you're just someone who's just coming here for the first time, we're happy people here. Welcome, thank you. It is our expectation that at the end of the video you will subscribe to this family and become one of us. Okay, so in today's video guys, I'm going to be talking about all the off-campus employment opportunities for international students in the United States of America, and I'll also be explaining each of the category that I'm going to be listing out today. So if you are wondering, do international students have the opportunity to actually work off campus? Now this video is going to answer that question, so please ensure that you watch the video to the very end, because I have a very important point that I'm going to make at the very end. I can even put it at the middle so you not know where I'm going to talk about that information. So please watch the full video because it's going to help you. I'm serious, it's going to help you. So let's get right into the video proper, okay? So guys, welcome back to my channel. Usually international students are like worried most times, I'll put it that way, aspiring by the way, about job opportunities for international students in various countries abroad. Okay, so you're like, oh, can I work when I come here? Can I work off campus, or am I only going to be allowed to work on campus? Now, as an international student in the United States of America, usually most of us that come here, we have F1 visa. Most of us are F1 visa holders, which means that you're here to study. And as an F1 student visa holder, there are so many rules and regulations, so many guidelines that you have to follow. And on this channel, I always insist and advise that you please stick to the law and follow the rules that guide your particular visa that you're holding, because you don't want to be a victim of the video I uploaded some days ago where I talked some days or weeks ago where I talked about how 15 international students were arrested and 700 had their work permit revoked. You don't want to be in that category, okay? So now there are various off-campus employment opportunities as well for international students. I know the one that international students like this grab me I grab you kind of thing that accrues to us is the on-campus job, because that's where you start off your employment journey once you land here, and it's always easier to get. But I'm going to be listing the various categories of the off-campus employment options. So we have the first one is the CPT, which is the Curricular Practical Training. I am going to be explaining all of these later, okay? The second one is the OPT, which is the Optional Practical Training. The third one is the Severe Economic Hardship category. And then the fourth one is the International Organization. So these are for like off-campus employment opportunities for international students in the United States of America. So in this video, we're going to be focusing on the CPT, which is the Curricular Practical Training. Okay, so CPT is majorly more like your internship. From the name CPT, like curricular, it means curricular. It means that it has to be like part of your curriculum, like it's required for your program. That's the only time you are like obligated to do it, because sometimes as an international student you can decide to not intern anywhere you don't want to. Nobody will force you to do it. You are only mandated to do it when you are when it's a part of your program. For instance, myself, in my courses that I'm supposed to take, like my coursework, an internship is stated there. So I know already that I require to do an internship to graduate. So I cannot run or shy away from it. But there are people, that on their coursework it's not stated. So you don't have to. If you want to do it, you can. You have to do other things, for you to be able to do that. But if it is required, then you must do it. So now what is CPT? CPT is basically, like I said, an internship. So it's more like an alternative work, where you get to go learn. Can you just wake up one day and say, oh, I want to go and intern, or I just want to do this? No, you can't just intern on your own. There are so many things required. There are so many, like eligibility criteria for you to start to intern. So what are the criteria required for your internship? I think last week I uploaded a video where I talked about the differences between fall semester and your spring semester. One of the things that I said that was an advantage for this fall semester is that you are able to intern during the summer semester because you've actually met the 2 semester requirement for you to intern, which brings me to the first eligibility for CPT requirement. The first thing that you must do, you don't just intern. You need to have spent at least 1 year in the United States studying, which means at least like 2 semesters. You must have completed 2 semesters here before you can apply for your internships. Another thing that is needed is that you need to have a job offer. It just doesn't come to you like, oh, I want to intern, and you just go, you want to intern. No, before you can apply, because seriously, you need to apply to USCIS, and the international office has to like approve your CPT. So for them to approve your CPT, you need to have that job letter, job offer. So that job offer has to indicate the hours that you're going to be working. Also like the duration of the internship. You have to state it in that offer letter. So when you have that, then you can go to your international office and start talking about what next for them to, apply to USCIS and get your CPT approved and all of that. Another thing is that, for the CPT program, it can either be part-time or full-time. So when you're doing CPT, part-time means 20 hours a week. Full-time means 40 hours a week. If school is in session, let's say it's during the fall semester or the spring semester, then you can only work for 20 hours a week. That's part-time. But if it is like the summer semester, where that's like a break, even though people take classes during the summer, but it's not really considered like, So what you have to do during that period is you can work 40 hours. Let me see, what they told me was 38 hours. So let me give it to you, 38.5 hours. I don't want to call 40, but that's it. So you can work full time during the summer semester internship. Okay. So that's one of the eligibility again. Like you don't just go during in semester and then you just get an offer letter that will be saying you're going to work full time, because they are not going to approve it because you're taking classes during that period. Okay. And one thing that you need to know is that internships, that CPT itself, so I can be using these things interchangeably. So when I use internship, understand that I'm also referring to CPT. So this CPT can be unpaid and paid. So don't say, oh, because it's CPT or it's internship, you have to pay me. No, it is not a must. The company might not necessarily pay you. Most times we take it because we're learning, you're trying to gain some work experience, and that it might also help you get a job. The company might even absorb you after your internship. So don't expect to always be paid. So when the payment comes, it's okay. But when it doesn't, also be good that, understand that, oh, it happens like that. Another criteria again is that the CPT has to be in line with your field of study. It has to be in line with your field of study. Don't just wake up one morning and just go and, okay, I always use myself because I don't want to call anybody. I'm a cybersecurity major, and then I go get an internship for marketing. It's not gonna work. Nobody's gonna approve it because it's not related to my field in any way. Do you get what I'm saying? It has to be something that is related to your field. So if it's someone in marketing, you have to get something maybe like a marketing firm or an advertorial, editorial company, stuff like that you be the person in charge of either sales or anything. It can be a marketing firm and you're doing an IT related job. For instance, it's me, I'm in a marketing firm, but I'm in the IT department. Then that internship makes sense because it's related. Not that I'm going to a marketing firm and I'll be the sales executive. It just does not make sense. Okay, so that's it. Another thing that you have to, I think those are the major criteria. It has to be related to your field. You have to discuss with your student international office to get approved. You need to apply. You need to get a job offer for you to even begin the process, because without the job offer, nobody is gonna give you any listening ear. Okay, so the things that you need to know about CPT or internship is this. When you are using your CPT, it can take away from your OPT. Remember I said that there are 4: CPT, OPT, severe economic hardship, and international organizations. Now, when you are using your CPT, it can take away from your OPT. So what that means is that if you work full-time for 12 months or more for your CPT, in fact, that one, you are no longer eligible for your OPT. Go, finished. So if you work less, let's say you work for like maybe 6 months part-time, then you can actually utilize your OPT. Get me right. You cannot just be using OPT and feel that, you still have that 1 year CPT and feel that you still have that 1 year OPT waiting for you. No. All of these things go hand in hand. That's why sometimes some international students, or should I say most international students, they don't really use the CPT because they want to have that OPT. Do you understand? So that when you graduate, you still have the opportunity to remain in the United States, versus you using your CPT and then when you graduate, you have like 3 months left, because it's going to take away from your OPT. Okay, especially those that are going to do the CPT for like full time. That means you want to be working like 38 hours or more. So that one will just cut out from the OPT, and you don't want that. So you just want to be careful. So if you just work during the summer, that one is okay. Your OPT is still there. Okay, and remember that OPT can count towards your graduation. Like, it is graded, it is a course credit. So don't think that, I'm just going to work and it's not. They will grade you, your supervisor, everybody. You are going to be filling a form. So it's like a course that you're taking as well. So it's as important as your other courses that you're taking as well. So yes, you'll be paid or not, but most likely you'll be paid. But it's also counting towards your degree. So understand that. Okay, the other thing that I want to talk about is that, see, you can only work for the duration that is stated in your offer letter, and you can only work for the dates also stated in your offer letter, and so you can't go and do more. All right, you can't go and do more. You have to, whatever is specified in your OPT letter or CPT is what you have to adhere to. You can't do anything on your own. So I advise you to always consult your international student office, and have them, work hand in hand with you to apply for the CPT to USCIS, or understand if the job that you have been given, your offer letter, is actually in line with your field of study. Because at the end of the day, the school, they have to approve your CPT. USCIS, they have to approve your CPT. Sometimes, so USCIS, for those who are like aspiring, they are United States Citizens and Immigration Services, I think. So you can only work off campus when you have that approval from USCIS. So that's it, guys. So I've talked about everything CPT, and I hope that you now understand what it means and how, the eligibility, everything, and what you can do. If you did not get anything, ensure that you got that. You have to discuss with your international office. You have to do what is said. You have to have been there 1 year, all those things, before you even venture into it. And at the end of the day, sit down and ask yourself, what do I really need to do it? If I don't, what will I still be able to find my way when I graduate or anything like that? But if you think you're looking towards getting a job when you graduate, it's also a good way for you to start building network and putting yourself out there, so that it's easier for you to reach out to a company that you interned with to say, I've graduated, or do you have any position for me, than going to a company that you don't even know or something like that. So, but don't think that because it's easy to get. CPT is not easy to get. I did not get one myself. I've made several videos where I talked about the challenge, the struggles that I faced just to get an internship. It was a struggle. So it's not easy to get. Don't feel because I'm making this video then it's easy. If you just go, they'll give you. No, it is actually very, very tedious. So, but I know that you get it because grace will fall on you. The grace that, supersedes us will fall on you, and favor will locate you. And that brings me to the end of this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give us a huge thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel because we have very good content on here. Please also feel free to check through my other content and watch them, please, guys. And guys, I'm making another video to explain the OPT, off-campus employment option for international students. So you need to turn your notifications bell on and choose the option all, so you are the first to get notified whenever I upload my content. Okay, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Please feel free to join my Telegram group, because on that group I help people one-on-one. So click the link in the description box below so you can join the group and ask me any questions on a personal level. Yes, I can't wait to meet you guys. So I'll see you in my next video, and until then, I remain Valeen, and I pledge to never give up, and I hope that you do the same. Bye, guys.